Okay, so I'll move over to this other tree. This is the large sour orange I told you that I'm attempting to grab. That's what it is, all up there. You can see, you may see that you have a few sour orange in it at this moment. There's one of them. You have a few more. And there's another. And you have a few of them on it. But as I say, they are sour oranges. If you take a good look, you would see the prickle on the tree. There they are. You see them, those sharp prickle on them. We call them, in this part of the we call them cashew. I don't know where that name comes from, but we call them cashew. There they are. You may call them some other thing, but we call them cashew. So look at that. Look at that. Look at the length on that. Look at the length on those, that one. That's make it difficult for climbing. And, I think that's one of the signs to tell you that it's a sour orange. So yes, we go back to where I've done the grafting. As you see, there's my sandwood and my root tree. There's a root all down there. Okay, and this one is from the tree that I have just left. I've caught this off from the tree that I have just left. There it is. See, I've tied it as tight as possible. I'll be covering up in a while. There it is. These two is from the sweet orange that I told you I've got from my neighbor tree. Yes, a very good friend of mine. Yes, so you're gonna be here today with me to be a part of this experiment. My first, I will call it, when I say experiment, I'm experimenting because I've never done it before. So I'm experimenting with grafting. And this is office tree, this one, and that one. If you notice, I haven't come around to tying this one as yet. This one is not tied as yet. I'm going to be tying this in a while, and when you come back, you will see it already tied. Yes, it is tight. And as I was telling, the upside down L, grafting, there it is, cross and down. Same here, across and down. And this one, same, across and down, across and down. I don't know, we probably have this split here. If it would, if anything, it would cause some problem, you know. But I've done my best. And there they are, 3 of them. And as I'm saying, I'm looking for 100% success. If I get my 100% success, I'll be cutting it off somewhere across here. You notice? Yeah, I'll be cutting off somewhere across there. So these are we rearing these here. These are which I'll be growing. I'll be growing all 3 of them. I'll be growing all 3 of them. One will go down that way, one will be going up that, and one will go on the other side. Should have 4. So you have 4 branches. Let's see. And I'm not sure if they are the same orange. As I said, this is what I got from the neighbor tree, my good friend, and this one is from my tree, which I told you have a friend had bought for me. I'm not certain what it was. As I say, it never grew, so I could have known what kind of tree it was. And it seemed like I'm not certain it would have grown. So that's why it was a perfect experiment, because the tree wasn't showing any sign of productivity or success. After waiting over 2 years, probably over 3 years, I didn't keep the record of it, which I haven't really done. That's probably not all I have. So that's about it. So I'll be tying up the next one, this one, and then I'll be putting some plastic over them to prevent moisture or the rain from getting to them, water from wetting them, and see what the result would be in a couple of weeks from now. More than a couple, maybe about 4 weeks from now. Call it 2 couples. Yeah, if you want to call that. But within a month period, I think this it said that within 21 days there should be some sign. So within a month's period, you should see. I should post, if I get a chance, I should post the result of these. Once I have posted this result, I'm not certain I will really go about it, but this document, I will have this information for my own documentation, because I will need to know what, when, and where I had graph of my graph, what kind of plant it is, where I have graphed them, and the time. That's how it is. So that is it. I'll be back.